There is a new space race, and it is to see how many billionaires we can send into orbit. Jeff Bezos, the latest to plan an out-of-this-world trip. Joining me right now, our friend, columnist and pundit, a man of many talents, Ron Hart. So, Ron, here we are. Bezos will be the first U.S. billionaire to fly into outer space. What's the deal with Elon Musk, Bezos, their obsession with space? It's like an ego thing, right? It's like in previous generations, it was owning an NFL team.
Right. It's like a nerd. It's a total nerd move. But, you know, they both got divorced recently. So if you got that much money, you can afford to get way, way away from your ex-spouse. So that's probably what they're doing. Bezos is going to, their whole thing is Bezos says he hopes to take humans to space by next year. But if you're Amazon Prime, he'll get you up there by Friday, he said. I'm glad as a libertarian that the private sector is doing space the way they have. They cut around some red tape that NASA may have and may slow NASA down, but I like it when they try that. That's what rich people should do with their money, is try new creative things that can help humanity if they want to.
Yeah, much better than trying to win the Lombardi Trophy.
Exactly.
On the subject of sports, the California Highway Patrol is accused of protecting Tiger Woods after his car crash earlier this year. They didn't test him for drugs after he crashed into a tree that he was going, more than double the speed limit.
Yeah.
Is that something new? California law enforcement protecting celebrities? That is as old as Hollywood itself.
Yeah, it's happened for a long, long time. I mean, L.A. was saddened by his situation, but they were really horrified. L.A. was that he was in a Hyundai. So, but the Hyundai survived pretty well. So much so that Volvo took notice, and they basically are in talks with Harrison Ford right now. So.
Nick Saban signs an extension at Alabama through the year 2029. He will be almost 80. What are your thoughts on the empire of Saban? I mean, at what point is enough enough? I mean, do you really want to be an 80-year-old recruiting in living rooms of kids that are, 61 years younger than you?
Yeah, you got Dexter Macarena, with the parents at age 80. But you know what? My best guess on Saban, he's driven by this. This is what he's meant to do. My guess is he hadn't gathered a lot of friends in his lifetime to go hang and just chill out with. I do know he bought a place at Boca Grande, where I used to have a place, and it's just a bunch of Northerners down there. And the reason he did, he sat on the porch of the Gasparilla Inn for like 4 hours, and no one came up to him.
Wow. Because
the island's full of people from Connecticut and New York. We don't even know who he is. So he recruited a kid one time from Marist. He knew he was a smart kid. A kid ended up going to Northwestern. He's in the living room with the father, and I don't know if he did this for being funny or making a mistake. But he said, "I know your son's smart. So if he comes to Alabama, let me assure you of one thing: academics is number one, football is number two." And he did his fingers like that. And I'm thinking, this guy's not a lot of yucks, so I don't know what that was about.
All right, Ron Hart, thank you as always. We appreciate it.
Take care.